Hello everyone, Stas is here, back with some more Divinity original scene. So in the previous stream we have not done much actually. We have done tutorial, we have cheesed the game a bit right at the start, and we have arrived to a local town.
wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Kind of a big town where we are going to investigate a murder. Kind of fun stuff. Soap? It doesn't have any description even, like, what can we use it for? Okay, get to know later.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile?
Oh, it's a trader apparently. Last age rope of the runner. Who the hell is runner? And why is his rope so aged? Right, what does the description say? Some extra movement and plus 5 HP. Doesn't look that great, honestly. Embracers. Old wooden water wand. I actually want to use wands, because I remember them being pretty damn strong. I remember wands being strong. Oh, this wand is much stronger, and it costs a lot more. I guess I can afford this one, but I think I will wait. I will find some wands. Alright, anyway. Oh, there's a ring, purple one. Plus 1 dexterity, plus 1 lockpicking. I don't need this one. We can sell something to this guy though. We have branches. Do I want to have branches? I don't want to have bracers, I think. Ooh, we need to identify those boots, I forgot about them. Sell a rope. Big plate armor. It for now. Bunch of shells. Oh wait, you need to barter it. 200 coins for a potion, damn it.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
I can sell this bow. Holding knives, I guess. Let's keep the swords for now.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Sell the armor.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm.
That's not much, but still.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving
Name's
nature.
Conrad, cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to rare imports and magical items.
What do you think of the attack on the harbor?
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort.
So we have a great wizard in the town.
I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
And the murder we are investigating was caused by some kind of magic. So we should look into it.
Shores? Here? In Sicile? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. That was some fast acting there. Many thanks on behalf of all us seamen. Madness! Thought we were done with those swampy uglies a fortnight ago. Note, though, that none of them dared to come close to the tide splitter. Passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Did we talk to those guys before?
Here in Sicile? Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. That was some fast acting there.
No, screw it, it looks the same. Actually, I think this guy should talk, because he has better... Not better charisma, but we have some perk on the mage that lowers social stuff. Forgot what it's called in here. What is happening?
Really?
Oh, are
The
we
greatest
encumbered?
warriors in Rivellon can't cross a rope.
Oh, right. We can't cross a rope. Indeed. Is this character encumbered by any chance? How do I see it?
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Yeah, we can't jump in here like in Baldur's Gate. We have to use some kind of teleport spell in here. Oh, hello, Sir Mace. How is it going? Do you still play Odyssey? Or you switch to Bannerlord? Smokescreen arrow. Task, let's grab it.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect confidence, you know. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
I don't
Just
know
some
how
workers,
you
I
did
guess.
that. Hocus pocus, but boy am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel like that disappear beneath the waves. I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails, but you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen.
What about this guy?
All hail the rain spirit. That was a fine display of magicianship, it was. Aru knew what he was doing bringing in a source hunter, didn't he? I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails, but you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen.
Warehouse gate. I like warehouses, but it's probably guarded.
Never been homesick a day in me life until I sailed to Sicil.
Can we talk to those oxes?
I'm seeing 2 feet approaching me, and here you are. My powers astound even me.
It's a very weird ox or bull. Yeah, it's a bull.
I'm Bull, the leading clairvoyant in Sicil. The 2 feets never bother to ask, but I see all that is and is to be.
Can you tell me my fortune? Fantastic, I'm now playing Bannerlord and my armies fire. It's so good. It's like a machine gun. There are 120 sharpshooters and 120 vulgars. Even archers can't kill me. Oh, you went with the infantry army again. They just get killed before they can shoot at me. But what about cavalry? How do you deal with them?
Of course, most winsome 2 feet. Of course. What would you like to know?
Will they be lucky in love?
Well, that depends, 2 feet. That depends. I see that love has caused you to falter in the past. Yes, falter dearly. You must reconcile your mistakes before you will find true love.
I guess he's trying to bullshit us.
Why, yes, most wealthy indeed. But you must be vigilant, 2 feet, for I see that your
They get
wealth
killed by my
will
sharpshooters
come
because I
of
have
a
a very good
bloody
banner and
means.
my vulgars are anti-cav. I see. So sharpshooters and vulgars.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on
I guess
my
not the
racks.
worst composition.
Death. Ever the most difficult
And
topic
probably
to
you don't have any
foretell.
problems with sieges as well, since you can just shoot everyone on the walls.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
I see. Oh. Oh dear. No. No. Your reading is over. Do you hear? Over.
No, but I'm bad when outnumbered.
Reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Steady, boys, steady.
Is it like even? You have half of the army Volgirs and half sharpshooters?
Well, tuck my tail and call me Bessie.
If it is so, I guess I can see how you can't just cover yours. Yes, yeah.
In the sea,
I bet it's very hard to cover all your sharpshooters.
Don't know what you said to upset Bull, but don't worry about it too much. Being in tune with the flow of time takes a lot out of him. Oh, me and my brother Bull have dragged this here cart all around Sightsealed, from dock to graveyard and back again.
Okay. So those guys who were driving this cart to graveyard, maybe they know something about
Steady.
recent
I used
deaths.
to see orcs in every shadow when I...
Anyway, let's loot. Potato. I'll take it.
Smell the sea air over this rock.
Water balloon.
Moo-wee!
Oh yeah, this character doesn't talk to animals. I'm now just starting at a city. You mean you have taken a city already, or you're sieging, or trying to siege? And are you going to be a vassal, or try to make your own faction? A siege, I see.
A source hunter. I thought you lot had burned the last of those nutty sorcerers by now.
Adventure Field Guide. 1 coin, really? I want it. The Lumberjack's manual detailing the too many ways you can reduce a tree. Tearing pieces of wood. Buy it. Just 1 coin. I'm a vassal, I'm already tier 5 clan. How do you level up that fast?
In the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
No, now I'm not a lumberjack, but I can get a good strong stick out of any log with my trusty axe whenever I'm in need of one. Some weird geezers have been asking for the wood chips on the floor after I've chopped up some logs, and I just let them. I have no idea what to do with those. I guess I know why this book costed like 1 coin. Oh, we now can make wooden chips, okay. What for? No idea.
We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Let me get into a warehouse. Perks, there are 2 very good ones that boosted with 50% another one. I mean...
Guarding this place. Think!
Makes sense, sir.
I didn't know you can boost like clan leveling. Guess I didn't level up this tree. Sergeant Courteous.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous, proud protector of this house of Legion goods.
Damn it, I forget to check my boots.
Courteous is my name. The Legion is my calling.
What's in that room exactly?
This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Courteous, have been trusted to guard it.
There's some magical lock. How can we get inside? I already like this room and I don't see any any entries except this door, unfortunately. Yeah, let's check the boots. I forget time. Oh, we can't identify. I think we need an item. Yeah, the magnifying glass.
Not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Look at this guy.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this warehouse, snooping around? If it's conversation you're looking for, I'd recommend my comrade Florius, or as I prefer to call him, Loose Lips McGee.
Loose Lips McGee.
As for myself, my job is to protect this warehouse, not chit-chat with intruders.
You seem to have strong opinions on that, about that Florius.
That idiot man-child would sooner spend an hour chatting up a thief than a minute arresting him. I only hope he gets transferred out of this warehouse and straight to the perimeter. Let him rot off as zombies here instead of mine.
Oh, he could be our friend, actually.
Even thinking of him turns one into a gabbing hen.
Maybe he'll help us here. Because I kinda intend to rob this place. Here you go.
You've caused enough distraction.
Damn, I lost him. Where's the guy? There he goes.
Well, a source hunter. A very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. Have a look around. And don't I tell you, this gig sure beats getting my toes bitten off by zombies out in the field. We warehouse guards don't have to do much apart from stroll the perimeter a few times an hour. And of course, every now and again, some friendly folks, like yourself, will wander through here. And nothing beats a pleasant conversation, though my comrade Horatius has quite different opinions on that matter. Have you talked to him? Thinks every man, woman and child who steps foot in this place wants to rob it blind. If I so much as greet a townsperson with a hello instead of a state your purpose, he starts frothing on and on about guardly duty and security breaches. This Jake business is quite the scandal, no? I myself suspect his wife Esmeralda, and the butcher seconds that, let me tell you.
Butcher, you say?
Then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite the nasty divorce himself, and there's his children to consider.
Okay.
But I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, won't mind. Never did get on well with her mother ever since the incident.
Incident. Man, this guy's a gold mine.
Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having a fresh ear around here.
Horatius just called you Loosey Lips McGee. What's that all about?
Fusspot said what? Well, old Loose Lips will let that lowly backbiter know what he thinks about that. Hey. So, something you'd like to say to my face?
I haven't a thing to say to you. I'm on duty.
Duty, indeed. Put up your fists.
Are you mad? We're guards, not drunks on the street.
Here now! Look!
This place reeks
What
of
is
orc
this
stench.
barbarism? Back to your post at once!
Sir, this is an...
Desist, prowler. None shall pass through this door, for with my very life do I guard the Legion's riches.
Would be quite a bit better if I
Damn
could
it.
do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says.
There's a
We are
woman
colleagues,
here.
nothing more.
I've lost her.
Come now. It's
We
just a
can't
turn
go
of
in this
phrase.
room.
Will you please turn your phrases
Where can we go?
elsewhere?
Well, what's
Whoa,
that?
a source hunter! About time the council took us seriously. Maybe you can start with the two idiots hiding their pet orc here.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring, the darling.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from youthful gore?
I mean, look at this orc. Damn it.
Too bad indeed. Not even a skeptic like you can deny that she loves me.
An orc in love. Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets?
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile, but my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her.
Tell me about yourselves.
Maybe before the great orc raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic obsessions. But now we're needed at our posts. I can hardly believe I've been wasting time protecting an orc when I should be running them through.
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time now. It makes him a bit edgy.
Understandable.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take my chances as a bachelor, thanks.
What is this about the charmed orc?
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady. For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes. Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her.
Pouch of trinkets. Can I get this pouch somehow?
A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Interesting.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds?
A love potion, tell me more. Now let's ask the first option. Let me tell you what I... oh, no.
Ah, I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read in an esteemed periodical from the Wizards of Youthful Gore about an amazing opportunity that could change my life, I had to act fast or lose the once-in-a-lifetime deal. I sent away for the world-famous love potion, available for a limited time only, and it has worked exactly as promised.
Okay.
You see what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake oil and bringing a temporarily tranquilized monster into our midst to boot.
What kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement? I'm sure the effects of the potion will be everlasting, as printed.
You see, he'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece
Oh. Let her leave. If that potion were truly worthless, it wouldn't have been able to charm her in the first place. In this docile state, she may prove to be a source of valuable information. She doesn't really talk though, but we could try it.
Let her live. If that potion were truly worthless, it wouldn't have been able to charm her in the first place. In this docile state, she may prove to be a source of valuable information.
You're right. The information she provides could well turn the tides here in Sicil.
Bravo! I trust not only the potion, but my scaly sweetheart in and of herself.
You're going to regret this. We're all going to regret this.
It's just one orc. What can she do? Charmed, I'm sure. We can use the guards to let her leave, but quest is not ended. No, no, no! Damn it. Almost opened the chest.
Too bad indeed. Not even a skeptic like you can deny that she loves
Guess we need to wait or something. We get inside somehow. Come on, come on. Close the door.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
Okay. Show them, Moira. It's potatoes. No, no, no. Don't go there. Don't open the door, damn it. Those empty bottles, empty bottles.
One day, Moira. One day
Swords.
you'll show 'em all.
Do we want empty bottles actually? I don't remember. Hopefully we can make some potions.
Someone else got here first.
Don't enter, please. Some gold. Eagle. Oak.
God, duty's not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Can you talk to a rat? Please, damn animal.
Your gauge, and I'll handle this threat.
If it's riches you're seeking, all you need's a friend guarding the treasure room.
All you need is a friend guarding the treasure room.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like
What do you
bringing
mean?
a wolf to a
A
hen.
friend guarding treasure room. Don't really get it. We need to become friends with this guy? How? He doesn't like us already.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. Courteous is my name. My guarding of this door has been more steadfast than the coming of the tides. Nothing can make me back down from my duty.
Charm. We are not very charming, actually. If we took something, you would surely be able to see it on our person before we would escape. What have you got to lose? Or maybe charm? Let's try to charm him. Come now, we only want to have a peek, I promise we won't take anything. Let's try reason. Oh no.
God, duty's not so bad, hey?
Been a series of rock, paper, scissors matches.
Do it in peace.
Just making conversation.
I've tried catapults instead of trebuchets and they're so good.
We are colleagues, nothing more.
Yeah, like traps are good while you are sieging on the world map,
Will you please
but
phrases
when you sieging the castle yourself, they're not that good anymore. Catapults are much more interesting.
One day, Moira. One day you'll
They do
show
way
'em
more
all.
damage than trebuchets. Yeah, and they have like a higher spread, so it's easier to just hit people on the walls. Catapults are scarier. The problem is sometimes they can hit you in the back. That's the problem. Damn it. Ooh. Oh, damn.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
Wait a second. Oh, I've
Who
lost
knows
already.
what kind of dreadful tricks you source hunters might employ? No, I wouldn't trust a single non-Legion soul inside this room.
Oh well.
That's what you get for trying.
Seriously? What is happening? Did they attack me? No freaking way. Level 6, I'm dead. I'm so dead.
Nowhere is safe from my arrows.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill him. Let's see how much damage they're gonna do.
Summon Spider!
Oh, great. Ooh. Dead. Yeah, we can load. I chose a wrong character to negotiate. Or is it before or after I went inside? I don't remember. I think it's before.
This place reeks of orc stench.
Come on, come on. Yeah, we need to loot again, damn it.
Another piece of trash.
Who's piece of trash? Definitely not me. Oh, there was a book. I think loot is random. We didn't get the book previously. Actually, yeah, loot is different now. And it's better. So I guess it's not that bad that we have to reload.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
So let's get out from here for now and explore some other locations, I guess. Because I'm not able to negotiate with these guys. New information was added to your log. Okay. It's help to access.
We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
I guess it's just a tip where to look for your quests, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what else do we have. More arrows. Yeah, arrows are good in here from what I remember.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognize you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation?
So civilians aren't allowed outside this gate.
You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs did on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Ahu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left-field Orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out?
Don't worry.
I certainly hope you know what you're doing, Source Hunter. Right, open her up, Legionnaires.
This area is intended for players with higher level. I don't remember such warnings before. So I've played like many years ago. What can we do with this fish? Cook, maybe? We need a crafter. We don't have one. More arrows. Yeah, it's very useful to loot stuff in here. Fishing rod. Let's grab one. I don't think we need more. Apples. Some antlers. Ooh, 99 coins, that's actually a lot. Another arrow. Yeah, loot is very good so far. Pigs. Balloon. So now we can venture inside the city. All the time we have been in the harbor and warehouse. This town is actually kinda big.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Man, there's a lot of loot outside, but the game says this place is dangerous. Ooh, a chest and some kind of a log. Some kind of underground passage.
Better to evacuate this place while there's still some left to save, I say. Go while the going's good. You're a source hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I, for one, won't be falling for such a tall tale.
Know much about zombies, do you? How about walking bones?
Walking bones. They don't really tell much. On the map. Crime scene, Esmeralda. Yeah, let's go to local authorities first before the crime scene. General store closed indefinitely. Squatters keep out. Can we open it? I bet we can. Can you break the door? Oh, it barely done any damage. Let's try the other door. Level 10, level 10. Maybe this one? It's not doing much. It's even less than the previous door. Wait, it did show level 10 before. Now it doesn't.
Magical blows!
I really would like to get inside, but it'll take forever.
Wrath of the Magi!
Alright, anyway. All houses are locked. That could be annoying. guess it's a main square. Let's not go there yet. Oh, look, a bucket. I think there's a key. Yep. Locked. Can we use a key? No. Interesting. An old key. Now to find what it can unlock. Certain will unlock this door. Attack.
Back on your feet, soldier!
Maybe this door? This place is empty anyway. Combine with. Can we combine like anything or not really?
I've spotted something.
The well? Oh, I guess we can combine bucket with the well. Let's grab it and see what's gonna happen. We need broom.
Not even worth the rummaging.
Let's see. Bucket with water, great. Wrong character.
If you think black sheep are weird, try weird sheep.
Okay. The ship is useless. Another key. Reginald's spare key. I like how people like hide their keys whenever. There are more boxes.
Kids, this here is the greatest illusion in Andavale.
Some illusionist guy. Oh, chicken. Kicking chicken.
What on earth would an undertaker want with the likes of Huggett?
Huggett, Undertaker. That could be a clue. Or something like that.
You there! You don't look like someone who's never been serenaded by a cemetery.
Alright, we have 2 keys. I need to use them somewhere. Right, one works here. Move that thing. Not enough strength? Seriously? Not enough space, okay. Yep. There's a hidden path. Can we move pillows? Before going down, let's check. Now we check this door. Anyway, let's try it again. Maybe this key will work here as well. Nope. I think I remember this grave. Let's try to talk to local animals.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it.
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research, the poor dear hasn't had a proper night's sleep in months.
Stand still, I'm going to milk you. We have milk now? Probably. I don't see it. Oh yeah, here we go. Bucket of milk, ingredient, okay. How often can we milk this cow? I wonder. House of Healing. Okay, it's a local healer. Should get friends. Axe. Alright. Maybe we'll die here, so let's get a bit away. No, wait. Can you read something in here?
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this gravesite. Are you sure you want to disturb it?
Of course. I and my show will do as we please.
As you prepare to break ground, you gaze at the dirt beneath your feet once more.
Alright, time to get digging.
You plunge your shovel into the earth.
Yeah, I remember this. And we don't dig anything, just die. Apparently. Let's load. I knew it's gonna happen. Let's try to see what is being hidden here in this building. Ooh, maces. Orange. Skeleton. Big dagger. Big arrow. A lot of fake stuff. I don't know why I'm taking it. Jack
I was
maces.
really hoping to find something better.
Why am I taking all this? Just to sell? Reginald's diary.
Now, this is valuable.
Are you sure? Fortunate day, a trip down to the beaches of the Black Calf yielded a wonderful treasure, a talking head. Katarina says it is the stuff of Source. But how can such a silly gag be the product of dark magic? It insists its name is Nick, but I think I'll call it Stefan. Now there's a name with the flair of the showman about it. Wouldn't luck have it, the curio knows a story or two already. And what a voice, my show will be the most profitable at the fair. I fairly bulge with joy when I think of the sad sack look on Cedric's face. Ooh, a lot of experience. We're almost level 3, I think. Yeah. Just by looking around, stealing stuff. Haven't done much yet. It seems Reginald is a fraud. He found the head on the beach and is taking advantage of it to make himself rich. Okay. Are those bodies? Or just, I don't know, just boxes? Can we get in here? We can.
Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
Can get another bucket.
Those men only signed me on for this world. What's taking Tenderfoot so long?
Bunch of empty bottles.
Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
Hello there. Who are you?
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as Threefold. Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. But no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Yeah?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory.
I guess go for it.
It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Cicuta Douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
More deserving of life. Come, make your
So your apprentice has enjoyed some success?
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
A revolutionary healing method? Can you elaborate?
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it.
Some healing stone.
She claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
Do you have any work for a trio of sailors?
Sorry, but there isn't much work for sailors in a house of medicine. Unless one of them happens to have a secret stash of healing stones. Certainly, what would you like to know?
Do you know anything about Jake's murder?
The councillor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know.
What can you tell me about the plague of undead?
I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men.
Let's discuss your apprentice, Evelyn.
Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
Stone.
Deserving of life.
Interesting indeed.
Make your case. Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
These buckets, bottles, shirts.
Anybody?
Oh, can we go in here?
To plead for his very existence?
Tone. Soothing a corpse's tone.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out,
Tell me
I say.
about yourself.
I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it.
I guess we will choose who will get the
I've
stone.
been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I.
Tell me about your patients.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know more about Boris.
One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is.
Okay.
Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away.
I would like to know more about Stephen.
Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less.
I mean, this guy's old. Who knows how long he will live if we will heal him.
Nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with Grinning Stephen, and as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family.
Excuse me, be in a minute.
She realized her party tricks hardly make her worthy of such grave responsibilities. She'll realize soon enough that her little party tricks hardly make her worthy of such grave responsibilities.
Alright, I'm back. About your healing stone.
Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously.
I'm ready to make a decision.
You are? I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
The young guy, Borislav, has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has already enjoyed.
Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
What is this? This lightning!
Oh, space-time is tugging you in every direction, but your partner will have to finish Oh, okay. It's easy enough to gain new strength when one is carrying an entire team on one's shoulders. I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I never before envisioned.
I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I never before envisioned.
Friend, I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
That inspiration hardly flows one way, my friend.
Okay, we'll be a good team. And something happened, apparently.
What? What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
And we have level 3 already. What can we learn? We have 1 ability point. Skill, should we learn another magic school? The kinetic maybe? Okay. Oh, we can learn a new perk. What should I choose? I believe elemental affinity could be good, but it's also kinda dangerous. Oh, far out man sounds good. It adds extra 2 meters for the range of our spells. Morning person. When resurrected, you revive with full health. Okay. A zombie lets you heal from poison, but causes damage from regular healing. It doesn't sound good. Let's go with Far Out Man. Like a safe one. What can we give to our ranger? Scoundrel. Wait, where did you get crafting from? I didn't level it up. Or did I? Maybe it's an item? How can we... On initiative? Where did they get +1 to crafting? That's weird. I don't want to have it actually. Oh well. Oh, maybe it's because I crafted an item. I don't know, I'm lost. So skills, what skill do we want? Man at Arms allows you to learn and use 3 novice spells. I believe it's a melee stuff, we don't need it. Maybe Scoundrel? I think Scoundrel had some good spells, like some invisibility, some extra action points, if I remember correctly. Go with Scoundrel. Traits. Oh, extra ability points. That sounds good. Let's grab it. Oh, we can improve expert marksman. That should be good. Yeah, let's go. So what do we have here? Very weird looking place. It's like we're somewhere in space. Bunch of statues, some words.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all! By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious!
End of space and time. That reminds me about Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross as well. Who are you and how did you get here?
Oh yes, 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 proper introductions. Zigzax the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and, hopefully, all that is to be. As for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves, hopping to the end of time is as easy as 1, 2, 3. How you got here, though? That's a rather more interesting question. On such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time, I wouldn't have expected to find a soul but my own shadow.
Why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
Ah, at last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
How can time come and end?
Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens, and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
You know, I think that imp may be quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
Ooh, space dragon. And that's it.
You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's...
Let's take his beer and wine. He doesn't need it. He's drunk enough.
Fantastic, astounding. Onward we should go.
Oops. The bottle bugged out. Anyway. What else can we steal?
The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be? You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away. Those torches, a light! This portal active once more! It cannot be coincidence.
You believe we are somehow connected to this plane?
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen! Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes! The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
Can you first discuss what we just witnessed through your looking glass?
Goodness me, how right you are! There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well.
What lies beyond this portal?
Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain.
Through the portal, then.
After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side. You first, you first. But yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, come, don't delay.
And he's off.
Active
It
portal.
seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Let's go to this way first. We get some light? No? Yeah, we have some light. It's okay. More inactive portals. Bunch of butterflies. Statue with... Wait, there's some item? Or... There was the name of an item here, right? I'm not crazy enough. I'm sure I've seen something. Anyway. Let's check the other way. Some heavy winds in here. Those portals have some kind of elements assigned to them, like fire, thunder. Just more portals. Jeez. Money. Oh, cool statue. Is that some kind of local Zeus?
I am the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
Damn. Guess we need to find other similar chests.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
What do you mean by strange?
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
It was a stone, a strange stone that zapped us from where we stood in the Rivalon, displayed among the stars.
A stone? So... It was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Yeah, this is just what happened. Have you seen it before?
Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source Hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
What is a starstone exactly? Where does it come from?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
If those stones can heal history, we must seek them out.
Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Yeah, we have 4 chairs in here, and she's alone. Wonder why.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost? What it be, Source Hunter?
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
If you're up to the challenge.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
A romantic +1, okay.
The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days.
I mean, can we trust you? I wonder.
Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time?
The Weaver of Time said our finding Starstone helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is that possible?
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
I have some questions for you, though.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
If I'm supposed to search for Starstone, it would be handy to know where to start looking.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist.
Of course.
Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the Tapestry of Time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent.
What agent? Anyway, you say you're the imp historian, but you seem to be more than a mere imp and more than a mere historian.
Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time. I'll be out of a job. So, gather those Starstones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this dangerous precipice, but do better and close the dark eye of the void forever.
Don't you find it somewhat lonesome being the sole chronicler of time?
Lonesome observing the frontier of creation? Surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore? Lonesome being privy to all that has been and all that is? Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company now and then. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the Sons of Sigurd. The last Rivellonian who remembers it died more than 7,000 years ago. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world.
So he wasn't completely alone since he has some kind of an agent.
I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Zigzag told you the secret of waypoint travel. Use the rift trail button, travel to any waypoint, okay.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there 2 of us? 2 beings that record all of history parallel to one another?
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides. How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Please tell me about yourself, madam.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions, the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you.
There are more questions I have for you.
Ask and I shall answer, if I can.
Who are you really?
I am the Weaver of Time, as I have told you. Though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the verb to be. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? I do not know. Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell.
Why is Starstone so important, and why does it react to me and my colleague alone?
Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined. I believe that Starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
If I understand correctly, I am not at all featured on the canvas of time.
Quite so. Your absence, it should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found.
That's very sus.
I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
I've heard this place is called the End of Time. Is that what it is? No more, no less?
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the Starstones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the End of Time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
If she knows everything, why wouldn't we ask her to help with Jake's murder? With the investigation? Kinda silly of those characters. How can I redeem time if, as you say, I'm not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here, at the end of time, and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god, that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
I guess it's enough from her. How can we get out? That's how. Harbor, North Gate. We didn't unlock North Gate yet. Let's go to Harbor. Now let's go to the north. Oh, Arhu is here.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm.
Oh, he has mortar and pestle. We could buy it actually. So we may need it. Maybe later.
I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzax, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone.
Actually, our business at hand is the murder of Councillor Jake.
So it is, and so it should continue to be. For I suspect his foul murder and the plight of dying time are somehow interconnected.
Really interesting.
Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
How did you find out that Jake was a Starstone collector?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the Grande Dame of Time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name.
Wait, wasn't the Starstone stolen from the first dungeon we had? I think the dead guy, Skeleton, mentioned something like that. Why is it so particularly nice for us to have found a shelter somewhere?
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save all too seldomly.
How did you become Zigzag's agent?
I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthal Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you.
I wonder, do you put absolute credence in the words of Zigzags? Time, void, the looming end?
Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin.
Interesting.
Now that this
Wonder
matter has
what it
been
is.
settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
Teleporter pyramid. You have just received the teleporter pyramid. These pyramids are linked to each other and always come in pairs.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah,
There's my pepper.
You're a source hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to the animals, but I, for one, won't be falling for such a...
Oh, there's the chest. Apparently.
Baking like a cake.
There's a lot of chests, but a lot of guards as well. And there's even a key.
Toasty!
And here's a key.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many legionnaires did so before you. Very few have returned.
Okay. Isn't there a military camp right here?
Know much about zombies, do ya? How about walking bones?
Now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real...
Who's that?
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one.
The Lore Master, lockpicking. It's a good store.
Look on the bright side.
I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success.
With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Lieutenant Selenia at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second in command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is.
I like her map with a giant red cross covering like almost a half of it.
Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction.
Let's discuss the undead.
The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be put down without mercy, if we can. The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death.
Yeah, that's a very good tip, actually. I would like to talk about some matters concerning the Legion.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you.
There are some sailors looking for work. Perhaps there's a place for them in the Legion?
It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job. But I'm afraid they're not Legion material.
Why not?
Sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the best of them. But even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't stand a chance against the undead. And I don't want any more blood on my hands.
I mean, there could be some supporter stuff. I don't know, helping at the kitchen, cleaning the barracks, moving boxes. Let's discuss the expeditions into hostile territory you mentioned.
If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. But so far, none of their participants have returned. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all.
Regarding the lighthouse...
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their safety.
So, about the burial mounds...
There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them.
Let's discuss the old church.
There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition.
You mentioned a pact you made with your legionnaires.
So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Interesting. Okay, we are done with her.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Furious. You'll only encourage it.
I believe she's a character we can recruit. This girl in the cage. Just in case, let's save.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
A curious situation we've got here. Is the woman in the cage under arrest?
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls.
What's wrong with that?
Sorry, I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Well, that explains a lot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
And what will become of this admittedly strange stranger?
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
She can become a volunteer. We have just talked about it with your leader,
Sorry,
with
sir.
your lieutenant. Perhaps it would be worth taking this stranger under our wing.
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Cull.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
Oh there. What skills do you have? Oh, she has a few arrows, a backpack, a scroll of resurrection, potions. Not bad. What is Tenebrium? Allows you to equip more powerful Tenebrium weapons. I don't remember what it is. Skills, expert marksman, okay. She's a lore master. I would like her to be a crafter though. And that's it. That's not much. And here's her stuff, I guess. A dagger and oh, we can talk to her.
Source Hunter, I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Sicilian stew, again!
Yes, as you have noticed, we are an unpredictable species, as likely to kill as to heal. It's best to be wary of those you meet for this very reason.
Attention! About face! To the barracks, march! Recruits, that was sloppier
We
than
may be unpredictable, but it serves one better to hope for the best than to assume the worst. Like attracts like, after all.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me. Even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold.
She seems nice.
Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
Let's check if her bow is any good. I'm not sure we'll use her, but ooh, her bow is very good. And let's take away her stuff.
Sorry, sir.
28 armor. Before wanna swap? +1 initiative though. She also has +1 initiative.
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Okay, looking good. Looks like a barbarian.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits!
Sorry, sir.
I guess we can talk to local officer. I believe he's here. Yeah, Legion headquarters. Basement. Oh, I bet it's a prison, most likely. Can we open this door? Oh, here's a guy. I thought the room was empty. I wanted to steal something already.
Do you hear that clinking? I think someone's got keys in their pocket.
Ooh, keys. Shame we are unable to pickpocket. Oh, well, I still remember. I think I have some book we can read. We have read it already. Elemental water stuff. Interesting. So we kinda can craft weapons. Almost.
I'll thank you to take a step in another direction. This is the Legion treasure room, and you've no business bothering with it. Your not so sterling reputation happens to precede you.
Level 3. I'm also level 3. But we'll leave it for now. I believe Arhu is on the second floor. And the chests. Evidence. Ooh, evidence chest. It could be useful. But it's empty. Great. No evidence. Amazing. Alright, let's try to talk to him.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear?
Yeah, tell me about yourself.
I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into driveling hordes of their own misshapen number.
Let's discuss Jake's murder.
Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot.
So they don't work together for real, Arhu and this guy. Kind of the opposite.
Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you!
In regards of Jake's wife, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past.
What cock-ups? Can you explain, please?
What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition. Oh, if you must.
What, in your opinion, are the orcs doing on the beach?
I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion.
I mean, quite a few guards have died on the beach. So your main problem is the undead.
Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all.
Yeah. Guess I've had enough of this guy. Should we check on Arhu or not so much? Grab disarm toolkit. Cooking pot. Oh, we could use the pyramid. Where is it? I lost it already. Or maybe it's on another character. Yep, let's give it to this guy.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Oh damn. Ah, this is a curious mix-up, no? It'll be quite the story to tell tomorrow. Oh, we are screwed. We are so screwed. Charm 7-1. Oh, wait a second. Nope. We are so screwed. Yep.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning, but leave my bathroom out of it.
Okay.
That's what you get for trying.
Using a pyramid teleported you to the other pyramid.
No! If she soaks in flower stink much longer, deer will smell this lady from a field away.
Treasure!
I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve. Stop that!
How do I get out from here? Oh, here's the door.
Don't just stand there.
Can I switch the characters like
That's
that?
quite the valuable gift.
Only the best for my favorite partner.
Your kindness is a great comfort to me. I'll return this favor at the earliest possible moment.
Okay, we have 2 pyramids sent, I believe. So this character has 1, and she has. So they can teleport to each other now. Which can be useful. At some point, I believe. At least it was in a co-op, from what I remember. Holy hand grenade. Oh, it's a healing grenade. 100% chance to heal 39 vitality. Hi buddy, hello. Hello Poogie, how's it going? Good day. Good day to you as well. Are you planning to stream Street Fighter anytime soon? I've seen some footage and looks pretty good. Cammy looks awesome. I also seen a character that uses drunk style. It also looks interesting. It's going, it's so good. Every part of the game is flawless. And I've heard that it has some kind of a single player campaign that is also pretty good. Every part of the game is flawless. I've read it already.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the Source Hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight.
Oh, it's been hard this last week. Oh, that's unfortunate. So they have the traditional story mode in Fighters, but it also has a create your own fighter that is RPG-like and super amazing story-wise. World Tour. I think something like that was in the old Mortal Kombat game on PlayStation 2. I think it was called Mortal Kombat Apocalypse. You couldn't create a character, but you had like not Mortal Kombat character, some regular dude that was walking around the world. I don't remember the main story, but you would encounter Mortal Kombat characters, learn like their styles, their combos, and the all-in matches are super smooth, no issues with lag at all. Yeah, I've heard they use some kind of modern technology that reduces lag, basically. I think it's called a rollback, which is kind of cool.
No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight.
Rollback netcode, yeah.
An intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
Developed by the people from League of Legends. Well, I'm not really into League of Legends and Riot, so it doesn't say much to me. And you are?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine.
He looks like some
What
scammer.
does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
Capcom has been integrating it into their fighters with great success. I actually don't know too many Capcom fighting games, except for Street Fighter. I think there is a Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's it. But yeah, I've heard like fighting games fans like Maximilian the Dude complain about modern games not having this rollback netcode technology. Wonder if Tekken 8 will have it. Probably will. And unfortunately, we are running out of time. I have to raid like in 2 minutes. Rollback was also introduced into the Capcom Fighting Collection that just came out. Not even sure what it is. I'll take my leave. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be it for Divinity for today. Darkstalker, Street Fighter 2 HD, Puzzle Fighter. I know only Street Fighter 2, I don't know what Darkstalker is. So it's just a collection of older games, I guess. And since it's possible to put this rollback stuff in them, I believe it shouldn't be hard to implement it in modern games. So I guess now everyone will use this technology, which is good. Should I stream FF14, I wonder? I guess yeah, I'll probably try to play SF6 tomorrow before Monday. Night Mercy. Yes, I miss you and want to hang out. The problem is we are going to do a new raid, which came out this week. And it's not that easy. I will have to be focused. I won't be able to like to interact with chat. I barely can do it now with Divinity, and it's gonna be harder with FF14, especially since I have to maintain. Up to you.